What's up, YouTube? Hey, man, thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I've picked up almost 1,000 new subscribers in the past few days. So thank you, each and every one of you. For those that don't know, man, we talk about whatever on the channel. The channel started getting built based around, just talking to my kids about how I made money, how I survived the child support system, this and that. And people liked it. They liked my thought process. They liked my mindset. For those, that haven't worked their way all the way back, child support left me homeless at one period of time, riding a bicycle back and forth to Texas Roadhouse. No friends, no family, no real life connections like most men have today. Most men are very lonely. Most men, even if you're married, you're still lonely. Most men have no real friendships. They have no real partnerships. They don't have any ace boom coons, homies, rides or dies. They don't have anything. It's just them. It's just them left alone. They literally have nothing. And the older you get, the harder it is to make friends, the harder it is to have these types of relationships. And it gets lonelier and lonelier and lonelier. And I had to fill that void. I was already poor. I already had kids by two women that were doing everything they possibly could to destroy my life. So I had to fill that void. I was like, what the hell can I do? And I was so wrapped. I was so ate up with like anger and hatred inside of me because I went from having something to nothing twice because of the two women that I had kids by. And I was so ate up with anger and hatred. I was so ate up with that shit that I had to do something to fill it. And I said, I'm going to get rich. I'm going to spend every day of my life figuring out how these people got rich. Because going to work, doing these things is not how they got there. But then, as I was learning what they did, I had to start navigating through the bullshit of what they really did. So I had to really dive deep and start doing the research. Like, what did these people really do? Because all I was seeing was buy my course, buy this, buy that. They wanted to stay rich off of me. And I was like, no, fuck that. What did these people really do to get to where they're at? So I started diving deep into the lives of Grant Cardone, Tom Cruise, LeBron, Kobe, Michael Jordan, it doesn't matter, Donald Trump. I started diving deep into the lives of these people, reading everything I could, finding, and I'm talking about way back to childhood all the way up, biographies, whatever you want to, everything. And I started really diving deep into the lives of these people to figure it out. And then it all clicked. Somebody planted a major seed. And that's really what it was. Somebody in their bloodline planted a seed. So take Donald Trump, for instance. For Donald Trump, it was his father. His grandfather passed away and left his mother a life insurance policy. Donald Trump's father took that life insurance policy and started building housing in New York with it. The life insurance policy was the seed. Donald Trump's grandfather, although he was a businessman, never saw the wealth that that family had, but the seed had been planted. And that's all that mattered to me, was doing what I had to do to build that seed, to develop that seed. That way I could pass it along. But in return, I have to make sure I teach my sons what to do with the seed. A seed has been planted in my family many of times, and a woman has fucked it up every time. That's not me being sexist or hateful. That's me being honest. You can go look up Edson, Tennessee. That's one of my great-grandfathers. He started that town. Daughters fucked it up. Then my past generations' grandfathers had over a couple $1 million worth of farmland in Western Kentucky. Daughters fucked it up. And then there was one last seed planted when my grandmother passed away with her policy and stuff that she had. I'd hate to say, but my mother's fucking it up. Just is what it is. Because it is easy to have a salary. It is easy to make an hourly wage. You can go out here and make one right now and start making an hourly wage, but it is hard to collect a chunk of money. Once you have a chunk of money, you need to take that chunk of money and deploy it. Deploy it out into the city, the town, the public, wherever you're at. I don't give a shit if it's vending machine. I hope you do something strategic, but you need to deploy the money. You don't just hold on to it. Once you have a chunk of money, I'd say roughly in the ballpark of 50,000 or more, you deploy that money out, start flipping houses. America needs housing, start building housing, doing whatever you need to do. That's why I teach people income, cash, credit. If you can get 3 to 5 years of verifiable solid income, say $40,000 a year for the next 3 to 5 years, and you get hit with a chunk of money, or you have a chunk of money, $30, $40, $50,000, and then you have decent credit, you can go to the bank and get whatever the hell you want. You can literally almost go to the bank and say, hey, I got a job, good credit, and cash. Let me borrow $200,000 to start building houses. The bank's going to lock up that $50,000. They're going to put a hold on that. They're going to utilize your credit, and they're going to utilize your income based off your job. And they're going to apply all that together. You're going to go to that mortgage loan officer, and they're going to hit you with a $200,000 loan. You better not fuck it up and go out there and build the house. This is how it's done. But you have to get the seed first. And a lot of people can't even get that. This is why I tell people, especially single mothers that have, a bunch of fucking kids, I tell them, don't spend your taxes. Every year, you're getting back $8,000 to $10,000 because you got all these damn kids. And as soon as you get it, you go buy shit you don't need, or you buy a car you can't afford to impress people that, guys, you see it every fucking year. If these women, or maybe some of you, your families would just say, hey, you know what? We're getting taxes. We're getting $8,000 to $10,000 back for the next 5 years until our kids are grown. Let's not spend it. And in 5 years, we will have a guaranteed $50,000. Now, you could go throw that into a high yield savings or whatever you want to do. You could throw that into something else. Go to your bank and ask them, can I put this in a CD or a high yield savings? What do you guys got? It's probably a 4% or something like that. And there you go. And you throw that in there. But let's just say in 5 years, you roughly have $50,000. And there's going to be some dipshit. Guys, this is for the people at the bottom. There is going to be some dipshit that's like, 5 years to make $50,000 is retarded. I'm not talking about making $50,000 fucking dollars. I'm talking about saving, having $50,000. Don't listen to all these fake ass gurus and all these know-it-alls on the damn internet because they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Once you can get that chunk of money, then you can move that money into something else. But you got to get the chunk. If you can do it in a year, if you could, guys, I did it in about 3 years. I rode a bicycle. I lived on absolutely nothing. Okay. I saved 60 to 75%. I lived on nothing for 3 years. Canned goods, beans and rice, bullshit for 3 years. Now, it took me 5 years to really develop and get to where I was going with my credit and everything. But just to get a chunk, a decent, substantial amount of money to make moves with took me 3 years. And I was working my ass off just to get up there to that. So I don't want to hear the shit from the other people out there. This is for the people at the bottom. This is for the 18-year-old kid that's working at Walmart. You need to go double down and you need to go out there and find a second job. You need to lose some sleep. Your income needs to be twice your age. This can be done. This can be done. No more partying, no more clubs, no more women, no more porn, no more masturbation, none of that shit. And watch your body start to develop. Trust me, this isn't some hippie, pink-haired hippie bullshit, all right? This isn't some witchcraft that I'm trying to spit on you. I'm telling you the truth. Go ahead and take a week. Each one of you guys right now, go ahead and take a week. No porn, no masturbation. Matter of fact, just go no social media. Only carry the phone whenever you have to. Just go no internet, no social media. Watch YouTube, shit like that. But no porn, no masturbation. Guys, give me a week. Give me 1 week of that. And tell me if your body doesn't feel different. If your body doesn't start to transform, that transmutation of you becoming who you're supposed to be, getting in line with who you're meant to be. Tell me, please do it. Give me 1 week of none of that. If you need to whack off for the rest of the week, go ahead, man. Go ahead and then freaking come out Monday morning strong or Sunday. All right, no drinking, no nothing. Start Sunday. Saturday night, get your feel. Have your drink, smoke your weed, whatever you got to do, and start Sunday and give me 1 week of nothing. 1 week. And watch your whole body change. And I guarantee you're going to like that feeling. I get it. You want to smoke weed or whatever. I get it. But just trust me with the porn, the masturbation. Watch yourself change. Watch yourself change. To become a millionaire, you have to be one before you are one. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. That's all I hear is all these people with these whimsical fucking dreams of getting rich and famous and all this and that. I remember hearing a guy say, he was talking about he wanted to be an actor, and the acting instructor was like, do you want to be an actor or do you want to be famous? Because you can go act right now. Those are two different things. You want to be an actor or do you want to be famous? To become, sorry guys, to become a millionaire, you have to start acting like one before you are one. What do millionaires have? What do? They have real estate, right? They got property, land, real estate, all these things. Yeah, I know you may not have that and you may not be in a position to have that, but shouldn't you learn about it? And in the process of you learning about it, don't you think that, hey man, you know what? I've been studying real estate for the past 6 months. I think I'd like to be an agent. I think I'd like to be a broker. Look at your life just change. You go from putting in fences to a real estate agent in 6 months before, you know what I'm saying? January 2026, you're a real estate agent. You just went from some bullshit $13 an hour job to being a real estate agent. Yeah, real estate agents are hard. Not all of them make a lot of money, but it's better than slaving your ass away for $13 an hour. That's $26,000 a year. The average real estate agent makes $40,000 a year. It's a lot easier work, and it's more something that you would align with becoming a millionaire. And it's going to put you in the room with more successful people. Because once you get so much, it's connections. Once you get so much money, it becomes connections. The people you're around, the people you're with. It becomes connections. There has to be a major period of sacrifice in your life. I don't care what it is that you're wanting to do, but obviously everybody wants to have a better financial life. They want to be placed in a better financial situation. So this major period of sacrifice is going to look like no friends, no family, no nothing, no drugs, no alcohol. You guys, you're never going to make it under the influence of drugs and alcohol. It's not going to happen. Ever. You will never make it under the influence of drugs and alcohol. It's just not going to happen. I've mentored a lot of people already, and a lot of reviews. I came off Facebook. I don't care for it. That's a lot of people from my past life. I just don't care to keep up with them. Being honest with you. No offense to anybody that I was in the military with. I love you guys. But a lot of people on my Facebook page were people from my hometown that, you know what, they ain't going to like shit, share shit, support shit, or buy shit. That's it. They think they know you. That's why I don't like the internet. That's why I don't like social media. It makes you hold on to relationships that no longer exist. It has you holding on to what, somebody's doing. That's like, hell, I don't know you anymore. It has you holding on to ex-girlfriends and old friendships and fishing buddies that you don't even speak to anymore or whatever. It's like, I don't know you anymore. Dump that shit. Let it go. Focus on the real world right here. Yeah, I went to college. I didn't learn shit in college. College, they hand me a book and tell me to write an essay on what I read. And that shit cost thousands of dollars. Luckily, I was on the GI Bill because I wouldn't have been able to pay for it and with my money, and I'm glad I didn't because that shit was garbage. Having a college degree has gotten me nowhere except for my own personal development. It's gotten me nowhere in the workforce. Everything I've learned has come from my own personal and self-development right here. Teaching myself. Real estate, business, stocks, real estate. Business to make the money. Stocks to grow the money. Real estate to hold the money. Now you got to start getting into trust and things like that. We're not there yet though, guys. I need you to get the money. So in order to get the money, there has to be a major period of sacrifice. This is where you say, hey man, no more girls, no more drinking, no more drugs, no more nothing. Lock the fuck in. I'm getting in shape. Okay, yeah, McDonald's, I work at McDonald's. I know this is a shitty job, but I need to go work at Burger King. I need to go take a security guard job at night. I need to go do something. I need to get my income up. My income needs to be twice my age. If I'm 30 years old, I need to be making $60,000 a year, but nobody will hire me for that. Then I need to take 2 jobs. I need to lose some sleep. And I need to do this for the next 24 months. If I can live off one job like I've been doing, don't change your lifestyle, fool. Don't change your lifestyle. You've been living off of McDonald's. Now go save Burger King. If you've been able to survive on $25,000, $30,000 a year, and you go grab another $25,000, $30,000 a year job, that does not mean you go out here and spend money and splurge. No, that means you take the next 2 years at that second job and you save every damn penny you make. Just let it go into a completely different bank account. I have a bank account that I have no access to. No debit card, no nothing. All my money goes into that, and I work around other things. But seriously, guys, I've told these stories before. I live off a credit card. I don't put my information on the internet. I'm getting off track here, but I don't put my information on the internet. There's a credit card on the internet, so if my identity is ever stolen, it comes off the credit card. I just pay back the credit card every month, and which keeps my credit intact. Things like that. You know, it just. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. But you need to go, and you need to McDonald's during the day, Burger King at night, or Walmart during the day, or Walmart night shift, whatever it is, and you take a janitor job or whatever you got to do somewhere, but you live on one income and you save the other. And if you do, imagine if you made $25,000, this is after taxes, for the next 2 years. That's $50,000 that we talked about earlier. You just did it in 2 years. But can you take that period of sacrifice? There has to be a sacrificial period for everybody. You want to be a famous actor? Most actors slept in their car. Most actors were homeless. They slept on people's couches. I remember when I was diving into the lives of rich and wealthy people, Dustin Hoffman, one of the actors, you guys might know him from Rain Man. He's older now, but he used to sleep in the bathroom. He slept in the bathroom with Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman, Robert Duvall. He slept in the bathtub. While Robert Duvall slept on the floor, Gene Hackman, but these men became very wealthy, successful, famous actors. But they all piled into one New York City apartment and lived like that. For a year or two that they lived like that with somebody sleeping in the damn bathtub. That was his period of sacrifice. He didn't give up. So if you're trying to flip money and if you don't want to be an actor and things like that and you're trying to figure out what to do with your life, you need to get the money. How many times have you had a great idea, but you're like, man, if I only had the money. If I only had the money. How many times you seen a house like, I'd fix that house if I had the money. I'd buy that property if I had the money. I'd flip that car if I had the money. I'd start this business or a barbecue stand or whatever if I had the money. How many times have you had a great idea with no money? That great idea is going to represent itself. It's going to come back around. So make sure you're ready. Make sure you have the money. That's all you got to do. Just take a major period of sacrifice, stack cash, stop going out, stop drinking, stop playing with your time, stop chasing women. These women don't care about you, man. They do not care about you. They secretly hate you. Especially older women that have been fucked over a lot in life. They secretly hate you. They don't care about you. They don't want anything to do with you. Guys, and the more money you make, it's harder, guys. Look at all these. If money kept women, then you would never see these millionaires. Look at 50 Cent. He was just getting cheated on. Dude's a billionaire. Was getting cheated on. Baby mama cheating on him. It's all over the news and shit. You think that didn't fuck with him? But he ain't never going to let you know. Money will not keep women. And the more you get, basically you're just paying for it at that point. That's God's honest truth. So if you're trying to really be wealthy, guys, if you're trying to really have some money, you just got to let them go for a while. If you're 25 years old, stop dating until you're 30. If you're 25 years old, stop dating until you have $100,000 liquid cash in the bank. Stop dating, stop talking, stop anything. I'm serious. Patrick Bet David quit everything until he had $1 million cash. No dating, no drinking, no nothing until he had $1 million cash. I'm on that same journey myself right now. I don't want shit in my life until I got $1 million cash. And they're going to talk about you. Oh, he's gay. He's this. He's that. They're going to talk about you. They're going to make fun of you. That's fine though, man. Just make sure they eat those fucking words. I don't care if you wake up at 40, still single, chasing this money, man. Do what you got to do for you. And fuck them. Leave them where they're at. Other than that, guys, I'm going to leave it right there for today. I want to wish each and every one of you the best. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, leave it in the comments below. Let me know. Other than that, you guys have a great freaking day. Take care.